Hey, what's up? This is Danny Pena, founder and co-host of Gamertag Radio, also podcast Hall of Famer. The weekend of Podfest, February 23rd to the 25th, it's going to be a special weekend. You know why? It's our 12th anniversary of Gamertag Radio. Last year, during my opening keynote, I talked about my history of like how I started podcasting, and then eventually, I started Gamertag Radio years later. And one of the things I talked about that's so important to me is about our community. They're the reason why our podcast has been successful, and I have a lot of great stories about that. February 24th, I'm going to be the opening keynote at Podfest, and that's how we're going to start the show. It's all about the community. Why it's so important? Why we should concentrate more on that than think so much about the money and the marketing. That could come later. But our focus is about the community. They're the ones going to be spreading the word about you. They're the ones that are going to be listening to your content every week, every time you have a new episode. And they're the ones that are going to attend any meetups that you do. That's what I've been doing since day one. I go out there and find my community instead of just sit back at home and uploading content. I would like to know where they're at, or they're local, or they're outside of Miami. So I'm going to be talking about all that stuff. And one of the things I love about Podfest, that it's about the community. It's about the independent podcasters. Last year I got to meet a lot of people. And I think this year is going to be even bigger than ever. The new location in Orlando, the weather is great, food is great, and you're like minutes away from like all the parks, Disney, Universal. And, I think Chris and John, everybody that's involved with Podfest, behind the scenes, they did a great job. But I've seen the venue already. And it looks awesome. One thing that I'm doing too is that I invited my community from all over the world to come down to Orlando to meet us over there during Podfest, and I'm inviting them to my opening keynote and also to check out the exclusive screening of The Messengers, a podcast documentary. Shout out to Neil Galarte and also Willie and everybody that's involved with this film. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait. I'm very excited about it too. So yeah, that's my focus, all about the community. I'm telling you, it took me a very long time to work on this project, on this keynote. The reason is because I have a lot of video and audio content that it took a while to actually find it. I had to dig my archives and everything. And I got some cool content there, man. I can't wait to show you, man. Go to podfest.us to know more about Podfest Multimedia Expo that's going to take place in Orlando, Florida, February 23rd, all the way to the 25th. There's going to be a lot of great speakers at Podfest. I hope you don't miss it. Lily Wong's going to be there, Sean Smith, Glenn the Geek, Neil Galarte, Riley Harper. There's a lot of people. They're even having a Shark Tank panel at Podfest. That's going to be interesting. I can't wait for that too. So, Chris has been working really hard for months, and I know this is going to be cool. Everybody's going to love it. And shout out to him and everybody that they've been working on the Podfest behind the scenes, And that's it. Just go to podfest.us to know more about the event. I hope to see you there. And plus, you can get to meet my community members are going to be attending too. So see you there. Peace.